Hello everyone, this is Nintenguy, and it's time for a video game review. Today, we're gonna go into 1978 to take a look at an Atari 2600 game called Dodge'em. Is the game any good? Let's find out. Because the game is an early Atari game, there isn't a big plot and the game is very simplistically designed. The objective is like Pac-Man, except you're in a car and you can't turn around in the opposite direction. However, you can speed up by pressing the red button, or slow down by not pressing the red button at all. As you're driving down the road, you'll find a psycho crack addict lunatic that'll try to do whatever he can to kill you. I'm serious, this guy will purposely change lanes just so he can ram into you and cause an explosion, thus killing himself with you. Just like in Pac-Man, you need to collect these dots or whatever they are in order to progress to the next level, and as you progress the game gets harder and harder and harder. Well, no duh. The game can be quite tricky at times. When you're going at full speed, you really have to turn on a dime in order to get onto a new section of road, otherwise you might go right past it, and there's times where you might accidentally run right into a psycho lunatic simply because you're not paying attention to him and you're mostly paying attention to the dots that are on the screen. Usually when you get to level 3 or so, there's usually 2 psycho lunatics that appear on screen that makes the game a bit more challenging. But all the stuff that I just mentioned there, is that a problem? Absolutely not. However, there is one thing that kind of bothers me. When you die, you have to start the entire level all over again. All the dots reappear, but your score still stays the same. Well, that's nice. Let's talk about the two-player mode in this game. There's 2 different types of ways you can play two-player. The first way is you can alternate from player 1 to player 2, and you have to score up as many points as you can, and the player with the most points wins. But if alternating isn't your cup of tea, there's another option. One person can play as the main car, and the other person can play as the psycho lunatic. When playing as the antagonist, you won't be able to pick up dots to score points, but your main goal is to ram into the other player and kill him, and then you and your friend have to change characters. In conclusion, the game is a classic. I don't know if it's the greatest game on the Atari 2600, but it's certainly a gem that's worth picking up if you stumble across it at your local video game store. The single-player gameplay and the multiplayer gameplay is just burning rubber fun. Heck, the game is also available on the Atari Greatest Hits Collection Volume 1 for the Nintendo DS. However, there's one thing I should mention about this game before I end this review. You can get a game over in this game in just a few minutes. It's a tricky game, but give it a try if you have a chance. You might like it. So, with that being said, this is the end of the review. This is Nintenguy saying take care, and see you later.
Oh, shit!